Greetings, we back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the trifecta. Okay? The elite trinity of Batman and Robin Mcfarlane Toys action figures. I got to say something. First off the bat, I'm glad that we got these figures, okay? I know there was a 6-pack that came out, already had Clooney in it, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't have these two. And if this is the way that Todd McFarlane team wants to give us the figures and do this, and give us like waves of every Batman, I'm all for it with the cast. But to me, as a DC collector, right? I don't just want Batman. I want Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. And I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Just having Batman by himself, it's alright. Just having Batgirl by herself, Just having Robin by himself, I think you need all three to really get the full effect of Batman and Robin movie. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of collectors out there that maybe just want Batgirl, and that's okay. You may just want Robin, but to me, uniform as far as your collection and as far as just this wave alone, I think all three of them need to be together. And the reason why I say that is because the outfit designs and everything all match up. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling that we're going to get different variations of maybe all of the suits, because in Batman Forever, if you look at Batgirl here, this trim that you see right here was it has a gold accent. So if you look at like some of the promotional pictures of the old movies, right? And this is for the guys that grew up in the 90s, y'all know what I'm talking about. Her belt is also a gold trim, and then this part up here is a gold trim. What I want to do is get a second Batgirl, and I want to actually paint this myself to actually bring out, or even paint it yellow, or paint it like a bright gold, because I think the accents are already there. They really didn't change up a lot of their uniforms when they made the follow-up movie, and a lot of them all had the same matching outfits. I think it was when they was fighting Mr. Freeze. I think they had to put on special uniforms. So I may be mistaken from just going with Batman Forever. Batman Forever, I think, was Val Kilmer. But yeah, Batman and Robin, like these figures came out pretty good. They also come with the profile pictures I have displayed back there of Alicia Silverstone. I mean, this girl right here, this is Clueless. This is Clueless. Who would have thought that they would cast Clueless Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl back then? I don't know, but I'm happy they did it. Yes, it wasn't really well accepted back then. Like a lot of superhero movies, and I said this in my previous video, a lot of superhero movies back then were kind of laughed at, kind of cheesy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really accepted the way it is today. But when you get these figures in hand and you actually see the attention to detail and design that they put on these Bat outfits, like it's truly impressive, But overall, let's take a closer look. Now, starting off, we have Robin here, and Dick Grayson's outfit in the movie is pretty good. His origin story is actually in the movie too. So if you haven't even watched this movie, I would say check it out, because the actor that played Robin is really good. What's interesting is there's a lot of like alleyway fighting scenes that was in the movie, and a lot of those villains had like bright yellow, like bright neon colors. And I had an idea. I said to myself, if you're collecting like the Jokerized McFarlane action figures, and if you get yourself a couple of Banes, there's your henchman. You know what I'm saying? Of all of those variety of different Jokerized action figures that Todd has been releasing, I think a lot of those Jokerized action figures will go well with this particular wave of Batman and Robin wave. But he has double jointed elbows, and the texture and the pattern on his arm is really designed well. You know what I'm saying? These outfits also has bat nipples, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the articulation and everything is there. The outfit, I'm just surprised on how much attention they paid to those actual old movie promotional shots. But yeah, this is Robin. This looks exactly like him. I mean, as far as the lighting and everything, you can actually see that, that actor is under that mask. And he did a real good job with his face sculpt. His hair It's painted. It's got a little shading in it and everything. But they did a good job with this. His cape is a little rigid, but it's not as like rigid enough where it can't just move it out the way. You know what I'm saying? His back, he has double jointed knees, so he can bend up like this. He can bend forward like that. He does have the ankle swivel, toe joint, ankle pivot, so you can pivot like that. Overall, this Robin came out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I can't collect these figures without having the entire team. I don't just want this particular Robin on my shelf. I want all three. So when Todd gave us all three of these, I'm actually happy that they came in the wave and you didn't have to wait for the next wave to come out to get Batgirl or the next wave to come out to get Poison Ivy. Nah, he just threw it all in the box. Boom, buy it. There you go. And I appreciate the level of design and attention to detail. He didn't come with extra hands, but there's a thing I'm gonna talk about as far as like doing hand swaps with one particular character that's already sitting on your shelves, and I'm gonna tell you who that is in just a second. But yeah, here's Robin. Put him up right there. Now next up we have Batman, and George Clooney. He came out pretty good too, all black. And like I said, when they had to fight Mr. Freeze, I think they got different upgrades to their outfits. So like his emblem has like a gold trim to it, and also his belt, his bat belt, and his bat guards right here. It also has the bat emblem on it, as you can see. Same as Robin over here, but the attention to level design detail. And this cape right here, it feels like a real actual cape. For some reason, this rubber on this cape feels like something that he actually wore in the comic. I mean, on the movie set. It feels real pliable. Very, very, very pliable, yo. Like, I don't know what type of material they used on George Clooney here, but it's way different than Robin. For some reason, Robin's cape does not feel the same as George Clooney's cape. And if you get these in hand, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This right here, this is a very good textured Batman. I heard that the 6-pack, when he came in, they all had cloth capes. But I don't really mind cloth capes to plastic, but I really like this particular one right here. I just like how this feels. This just feels, it feels right. You know what I'm saying? And then next up, we have Batgirl. Now, I did put another order in for her because what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to paint that emblem a gold, and I'm going to paint her belt gold. I'm going to do it exactly how it was in the 90s movie. And you can pull up on Google and see what promotional movie shots that I'm talking about. But all of them had equal matching gold trim on all of these design parts that you see, especially the belts. And I know the emblem for Batman, and I know the emblem for Batgirl. But Miss Alicia Silverstone here, she comes with the bat guards. The texture looks perfect. I mean, the attention to detail that the team did with these movie figures, I gotta say, is a good job. Her boots, it's all sculpted in. You know what I'm saying? She has sculpted ball joints. She also has ankle pivot, ankle rocker. And she has toe joints. But like I said before, and looking at the Batman and looking at the Robin, you know what I'm saying? You could get Batman and Robin, but you know Batgirl is out there. And how I'm looking at this particular wave, this is probably the perfect movie wave that came out this year. I know that the 3-pack, or what do you call it, the single releases of Spider-Man Marvel Legends came out too. I do have those too. But if they were competing, right? If this was a battle, okay, I gotta say that Mcfarlane won as far as the movie kick. You know what I'm saying? The movie figures, when they come out, a lot of people don't collect movie figures. I'm really not that fond of collecting movie figures too, but I mean, this is like a dream come true for us, you know, old school movie fanatics, man, where we have something that we never had before. Like, these were like 3/4 inch figures when they came out. I don't know any other company that's ever gonna give us a Batman and Robin action figures. And especially with this much attention to detail and everything, not for nothing, the articulation in Batman is the same as the articulation in Robin. So the articulation in Robin you've seen in Batman, seen in Robin is the same as in Batman. As far as Miss Alicia Silverstone here, I don't think any other company has the rights to make her. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, even with the profile pictures in the back and everything, this is an absolute best unit of a wave that has came out this year. And you know what I'm saying? If you're on the fence about these, I would say, you know, don't just get one. You want to get the Trinity. You want to get all three of them. Because I guarantee you, if you even pick up just Robin, right? And I thought about just picking up Robin and calling it a day. I'll just wait for the other ones. I won't probably even get them. But when I started to look at Robin and I saw all of them on the shelf, I said, you know what? I got to finish the team. You know what I'm saying? Miss Uma Thurman, which I reviewed before, she's also here too. It just looks like a perfect wave, man. And the Build-A-Figure that you get, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, it's just, I'm glad that they all came together. You know what I'm saying? But it comes together perfectly well as far as the, if you're collecting DC action figures. And finally, the granddaddy of them all, we have Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, Total Recall, Last Action Hero, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. I like how he came out. He comes with his freeze gun. Not only does he come with his freeze gun, but even though a lot of the action figures didn't come with extra accessories like hands, I'm going to show you what they came with right now. Okay, so Mr. Freeze. Now, when you built it all, when you collected all the figures, you do get Mr. Freeze. And the pieces that he come with each individual pack-in, this right here is like a little freeze part for his gun. So you can put it in like so, look like he's blasting off. He also comes with ice guards. Now, these is what the images, I think this one could go on either, this one goes on Robin. So it looked like he's getting actually froze to death, which I think is pretty funny because, you know, in the movie, they did get froze to death. This is like an arm freeze for Batman. And these are like frozen fists for Batgirl. So overall, all of the pieces, when you get this guy, they come with ice effects. And I gotta say, they did a good job with, you know what I'm saying, the attention to detail as far as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some people say it may not look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but if you get the right lighting, it looks exactly like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, look at that mug on the cover. I mean, look at that mug back there. You know what I'm saying? To me, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And maybe because I'm just a little bit nostalgic by this particular movie, I'm really becoming a fan of this movie more and more because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these movies that are coming out today, like certain hero TV shows, are just trash, all right? It's just garbage. It is what it is. But I like this guy. He is an absolute unit, you know what I'm saying, of a display piece. And if you want to put him next to the other characters, everyone will know that this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is Mr. Freeze. And like I said, before, in the 90s, a lot of people laughed at these actors in superhero costumes. But now it's accepted. Now it's okay. But before, you know what I'm saying, people thought it was cheesy. And not for nothing, you know what I'm saying, the attention to detail, the attention to design, they didn't have to do this. But I'm glad that the Mcfarlane team did do this. I'm glad that they gave us a Mr. Freeze. As far as his articulation, let me take his gun out for a second. He only has single jointed elbows. His arms go out about that high. And these guards on here, they do come off. They're very pliable, so you can actually move them out the way if you want to get that far-reaching articulation. His waist goes about tilt that side, tilt far that, tilt that far back, and then tilt forward as so. Head articulation is on a ball swivel, so he can look to the sides like he's side-eyeing you. Like, what's wrong with you? Do you think that you could beat me? You know? Can't look up that much. He can look down. As far as his knees, they only single jointed. And because of the design of this big suit that he wears throughout the entire movie, I can understand that it's not going to get a lot of articulated, you know, movement like a Spider-Man would, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I think it's enough articulation to actually get those particular poses that you want. He also has toe articulation as well. Oops. Hang on a second. It's not broken. But his legs kick out that far. His legs go back about that far. So you're not going to really get a lot of movement out of this guy. But as far as your centerpiece for this particular wave, I think Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger here serves his purpose. He serves his purpose as Mr. Freeze. And with this gun he's packing, I actually like it. I actually am a happy owner to have this particular wave. And not for nothing, it's not like we're not going to get any more movie releases of Batman, because I think Todd owns the entire catalog of DC movies and comics. So he can give us maybe a Batman Forever wave. I really want that Val Kilmer. If that don't never happen, I'm gonna have to, get that 6-pack to get my Val Kilmer, because to me, if you was to ask me who's my top Batmans, it ain't George Clooney. I'm sorry. It's not. I'm not a fan of George Clooney at all. But as far as how he came out as an action figure and to portray Batman, it's respected. But my Batman after Keaton was Val Kilmer. He only did one movie though, which sucks. But you know what I'm saying? I hope we get a wave of that. I hope we get many other waves from different DC movie lines as well. But this wave is hitting. Check your local Targets, check your local GameStops. Like I said in my previous video, they're showing up at GameStop right now. And yeah, I'll catch you in another video in the future. Peace.